Hello everybody, it is L Night, it is Brony time, and welcome back to Apollo Justice Ace Attorney Trilogy, and it has been a journey trying to record this part. I literally had an issue where the game would crash at a specific point, and I kept crashing at that specific point. So I went to find a fix for that issue. Luckily it was as simple as running compatibility mode. Then I went to re-record it, but I never hit record, so I was basically talking to myself. But here we are. This is why I always check when I'm recording, but we're good. We're just gonna have to go through all this dialogue a third time. What a fun time YouTubing is. Sometimes things just don't go the way you want them to. Detective Sky, you know Mr. Wright, correct? How do you know my daddy? I want details! Well, he helped me out a long time ago. You might say he saved me. Wasn't she saying something about getting involved in an incident? I can't stand it when things are vague, especially in a case. I want to study to become a forensic scientist. I went to become a forensic scientist in Europe. But you're a detective now. Well, I failed the test. But you know, rank and title don't matter. What matters is what's inside your heart. I've always thought that too. And my heart is full of science. That's why I bought this kit through mail order. And I'm going to test it here before the forensic team arrives. Are you sure that's okay? I won't lie, I'm not fond of the man. Those glamorous types always rub me the wrong way. Glamorous? Right. A prosecutor should be cool of wit and furrowed of brow. Less glamorous and more simorous, you know? No, actually, I don't. Well, that and what happened 7 years ago. Prosecutor Gavin was the one who stripped Mr. Wright of his attorney's badge. What? Really? He was the one? You mean you didn't know? I thought you were one of his boys. I'm neither a boy nor one of his, but let's see what she has to say. What exactly happened 7 years ago? I never actually heard the details. Then investigate. It's better you learned it for yourself anyway. Do you mind me asking exactly what it is you're doing? Squatting down on the ground like that. Oh, you want to know? Do you? Well, I splurged on a new toy. You splurged? You mean it wasn't police issue? What is it? I see a roller and glue. This is a footprint analysis kit. Footprint? It was raining on the night of the murder, which means that footprints were left. Oh, does that have anything to do with those blue tarps? Right. The ground was muddy, so I had to protect it as it was that night. Ever wanted to know exactly where someone was standing? Like your panty-snatching student witness, for instance? Aha! So with that kit... Right. What? Want to try this stuff out? Huh? Are you sure? I mean, we're sort of on opposing teams and all. Oh, psh! You're friends. And to tell the truth, I'm not so good at doing this. Guess I'm a little clumsy. I could use your help. Oh, I'm good at stuff like this. I used to make magic bunnies out of paper mache. Footprint analysis, huh? Well, should I give it a go? Try it, of course. Okay, I'll give it a go. That's the spirit. Right. Allow me to explain. Ahem, one moment. While Owl does this for the third time in a row. She's reading the instructions for her kit. Why does this not fill me with confidence? First, we have to pick the footprint, or in this case, shoe print we want to analyze. I've taken the liberty of marking all the shoe prints of the park. Well, which shoe print should we start with? If we're going to verify the defendant's account, here's the place to start. Shoe prints, prepare to be examined. Oh, this is so exciting. Right, here goes. First, pour the plaster into the print until it's full. You try it. How am I supposed to do that? Just press space where you want to pour the plaster, like this. That doesn't look too hard. If you run out of plaster in your beaker before you're done, you have to start over. Not bad. You're handier with that than you look. What's that supposed to be? On to the next step. Dry the plaster until it turns white. Right. Just press and hold to blast it with that dryer. There, give it a shot. Looks like it's hard and icy. Let's take a look. Yes, that's a good one. Next, the ink. Ready for the next step? Use the roller to ink the shoe, just the shoe print part. Hold on to that roller tight now with space and roll it up and down. Keep going till you get enough ink on there for a good print. Right, now the moment you've all been waiting for. Let's take our print. Ready? Here goes. Let's see if we get a match. I know exactly who this is. We're just gonna do it for at least the first two. The third one was when I noticed that I wasn't actually recording. Am I still recording? Thank God I'm still recording. So the shoe prints belong to Walkie-Talkie after all. He was in the park on the night of the crime. Wow, I can almost see the signs at work. Don't you love it? Ah, nothing feels better. He's definitely way more into this than I am. Just let me know if you want to do some more. I'll be here, solving the case, with science. Well, that certainly brightened her mood. Let's do some more of this. Detective Sky, mind if we give it another go? Right on. Leave no print unanalyzed, I say. Okay, looking good. Okay. Okay, let's take a look at the molds. Keep forgetting. It's the same line over and over again. Right, now the moment you've all been waiting for. I already know whose this one is. So these shoe prints belong to Wesley Stickler. This confirms his testimony, the final version of it at least. Now we know where the panty snatcher was standing. I really don't like that you have to keep going in and out, in and out, in and out. Like, it kind of just... God dang it. Alrighty. Some tells me this is gonna be the real killer's footprint. Huh? That's a funny shoe print. Is that even a shoe? It is strange, so smooth. Except for the part with the leaf. I can say without even looking at this print, this print doesn't match any print on our list. A mystery print. Maybe it's these slippers. Let's check. Oh, yep, there it is. They say the Maractus Clinic. Hey! What? This slipper looks right here. I think I see a toe mark. A toe mark? You think we can get a print off that? Sure, toes have prints just like fingers do, you know? This little clue might be a gold mine. Oh, there's one problem. The police station doesn't keep a record of toe prints, so I don't know whose it is. I guess that would be too much to hope for. Still, it might be useful somehow. Let's analyze it. The bottom is covered with paint. Huh? What's this weird shape here? Looks like a leaf was stuck to the bottom when the wearer stepped in the same yellow paint. See, the outline was left when the leaf was removed. Ah! I got paint on my hand! Apollo! I saw you try to wipe your hand on my cape. So obviously that's our print. The print is far too smooth to be from a regular shoe. It is a shoe print of some kind, though, that's for certain. Still, you have to wonder what it's doing here. It's right next to the Elgin's noodle stand. It does make one wonder. Hey, you. Yes? Why are you so quiet all of a sudden? You wouldn't happen to have something in mind? Something that might have left this mystery shoe print? This mystery shoe print does remind me of something. Hold on. I want to check how old Emma is. Okay, yep. She's fine looking, guys. Holy crap. I was checking her age. She's 25 now. She's like a year older than I am. So it's like, I was like, I don't want to make a comment on how good looking this character is if she's still like underage, but she's, I mean, I guess she clearly wasn't underage because she was underage in the first game, but still, but damn, she's fine. Dang it. I'm pretty sure I've seen something that will leave a print like that. You know, I think I have our culprit right here. It's this. Well, I think it's the slippers, actually. Slippers? What would slippers be doing out here? But look at the bottom, see? It's covered with paint, except for... See, right here. Hey, that spot is shaped like a leaf. What if the leaf was stuck on the bottom and came off when the slipper stepped in the paint? Makes sense, doesn't it? Wait, something's written on them. The Maractus Clinic? Exactly. The victim's clinic. Wait, that means that someone from the clinic was involved. Why is she just standing there eating? Detective Sky, I have a favor to ask. What? Can you get us access into the Maractus Clinic? The police won't let us in. They say the murder and the clinic are not connected. And it's off limits until we prove they are. I should be able to do something for you, yes. Huh? Really? Well, you did my work for me here with the shoe prints. Seems like I should return the favor. Thank you, Detective Sky. Here, show this to the police officer on duty. Right, practice clinic. Here comes justice. Oh, dang, we got new music. Ah, you two again. When will you learn? Look at me however you want. You're not getting in today. I wouldn't be so sure if I were you. Look what we have. What's this? Detective Sky. Yesterday it was Prosecutor Gavin. Today it's Detective Sky. Who are you two, really? Now he's suspicious again. Well, you got the orders. I gotta let you in. Have fun. Thanks, Mr. Officer. Let's hit it, Apollo. Huh. Kind of an at-home sort of place, isn't it? This place has a connection to the murder in the park. I'm sure of it. Police guy up front wasn't so sure. Beyond it being where the victim lived, looks like the police team's gone home for the day. There might be some clues lying around. Let's get cracking, Apollo. Look at all these bowls. They're from Eldune's Noodles. There's Mr. Salty. I think we figured something out. I think we have. Mr. Eldune must do takeout. Not exactly what I was thinking. All the bowls have been washed clean. I think we found our first clue, Trucy. There's a single pair of sandals here. Wait, but why would there be sandals here? Unless they belong to one of the patients. Or maybe it's a visitor that's come to see Dr. Maractus. You'd think they use his house entrance instead of the clinic entrance in that case. And if this patient or visitor isn't still here, why'd they leave without their shoes? We're gonna take a closer look at these just in case. Alrighty, I think we should check out these sandals here. New evidence? Oh, aha! We got toe prints. No clues here. Okay, so I had to turn it to... Okay. Hey, Apollo, you think this is... Huh, this could be a toe print. Maybe we can get a print off this. Let's try it out. We are really gonna dust this screen up here, you guys, because the last time, it took a bit. Bop, 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 bop. Okay, now we can blow. Hey, it worked! That looks like a big toe, maybe. But wait, I mean, it's great that we got the print, but is there such thing as a list of toe prints? Oh, good point. If there is, Detective Sky didn't give it to us, which means we can't match this print. It seems like a good time to ask a detective's advice. Yeah, good idea. Okay, so it looks like that's all there was. Alrighty, I think that's all we can get out of those. Slippers are missing. This must be the slippers for the patient's clinic. Same as the pair we found, of course. Look, a single pair is missing from the rack here, too. And ours have paint on the bottoms, which means they were taken out of here on the night of the murder. Right. The paint's from a hit and run, after all. But what were a pair of clinic slippers doing in that trash can? What were they doing at the scene of the hit and run? Look, this door says doctor's office. Think this is the victim's private office? It's not locked. Too bad. Why too bad? I like opening locks. It's kind of a hobby of mine. Like those little bike locks. Don't even bother putting them on when I'm around. That's probably not a hobby you want to tell too many people about. Ah, Apollo! That sound! It came from behind this door. Someone's in there. Let's check it out, Trucy. A break-in. They left through that window. Wait, Apollo, you're too late to catch them now. This must be her experience as a panty-stature chaser talking. Well, we should tell the police. Let's check the room out first, Apollo. If we call the police now, we'll lose our chance. You're right. She's better at this than I am. That's because she's Phoenix's daughter. Like, of course she'd be good at this stuff. Well, one thing's for certain. This clinic and our murder case are looking pretty related now. Kind of an expensive-looking lamp, isn't it? Hey, the bulb's broken. Broken? Do you mean burned out? No, our cat burglar must have dogged it. Why is it standing up on the floor like that, then? Hey, look at the cord. Huh? There's a red splotch on part of the cord. You think that's blood? It's a little bright for blood, almost pinkish. Something's definitely odd about this lamp, that's for sure. What is this? Books and papers are scattered around the room. Wow, what a mess! This is worse than Daddy's room. The burglar must have left in a hurry. Even the cup on the desk here is lying on its side. Huh? The juice that spilled out of the cup, it's dry. So the messy one wasn't our burglar just now. Someone knocked this cup over a while ago and left it. A safe. What a cute little safe. Looks like a 4-digit lock. Someone's already entered in 2 numbers. It's Apollo 79. Wait, do you think that burglar just now was trying to open it? I wonder what's inside this safe. Is there any way we can figure out the last 2 numbers? Well, we know the first 2 are 7 and 9. Maybe there's something in the court record? Something that can help us figure out the last 2 numbers. I wonder. Got just the thing. Well, I have an idea. I knew it, Apollo. What is it? Well, all we have to know is what buttons have been pressed. We can use this to find out what the next 2 numbers are. Take that! When you press the buttons, you'd have to touch them. With your finger, right? It would leave a print. When you open a safe, you don't press any other buttons but the right ones, right? So if we can find the buttons with fingerprints, we'll have the safe code. Not bad, Apollo. Oh, shoot. Oh, come on, really? Sorry, guys. God, this game's really, like, finicky about the stuff they want you to look for. So I'm just gonna print everything around it, because, like... There we go. Okay, it's really finicky, guys. You have to get the exact box. Which is funny, because it wasn't like that for the shoe print segments. Look, you can see the oily finger residues clearly. Look at 7, 9. These are glove marks. The burglar must have been wearing gloves. Well, we might not be able to identify the burglar, but we can open the safe. Let's give it a shot. Okay, so 7952. There we go. The way this works is the further along the code gets, the lesser the fingerprints get, because you don't press up as long. That's from Trails of the Sky, if you didn't know. It opened. What the hell is that? Is that a bullet hole? This looks like a bullet hole. You can still see the bullet sticking out of it. Why is it in the middle of a safe? Hey, the bullet came out. The tip is all squished. Not surprising, given that it was fired into a metal safe. This bullet's got a story behind it, that's for sure. This looks like a medical chart. There's an x-ray in here with it. An x-ray, can't make heads or tails of it, and I can't read the chart either. It's all in medical speak. But the names are easy enough to read. Look, by patient, it says Walkie-Kataki. So this is Walkie, our client's chart, huh? Why would this one chart be here in the safe? Let's see, the physician's signature says Palmaractus. Eh? What is it, Apollo? Look here what it says who filed the chart. Let's see, Nurse Alita Tiala. I knew it! I knew there was something shady. I knew she was connected to the murder in some way. I freaking knew it, man. She did it. I know she freaking did it. Or maybe they were in cahoots together. Maybe that was the whole thing. Maybe they were in cahoots. Who knows? Maybe the whole family was in on this. We don't know. Alita Tialita is Walkie's fiancé. That's one Ita too many, Apollo. Never mind that. What's her name doing here? How should I know? Though I guess it means she's on staff at his clinic. Odd that she neglected to mention this before now. I'm sure she had her reasons. Alita Tiala worked at the Maractus clinic. She had access to Walkie-Kataki's medical chart. She's the one who broke in. She is the one who broke in. She is the murderer. I know it. You got the I and Y wrong, Apollo. I'd be very interested to find out what this chart says. Who could help us decipher this? Probably Emma, because... Oh, no! It's... I know who it is. It's Eldoon, because he used to be a doctor. He used to be a surgeon. Don't worry, we'll figure that out. Okay, it looks like we got everything we're gonna get from here. Because this is big. Like, we now have stuff to go off with. First thing we're gonna do is I think we're gonna go to Eldoon. Oh, no. Nope. Nah. Well, let's see. Let's see. Okay, so he's not here, so we definitely have to go to the... I know that face. That's the face of someone who's made a discovery. Hey, how did you know? You can't fool someone trained in the ways of science. Next, you'll have us analyzing face prints. Let's ask Detective Sky to help us, Apollo. Okay, no, that's not what I wanted to do. Court record, please. I wonder, could this be a print? Why would there be a finger? Oh, you mean a toe print. Good call, Apollo. I bet we can analyze it just like a regular print. This could be a vital piece of evidence. I just play it safe and cover the whole screen in powder because this game is real finicky about you have to get the exact box. Alright, let's blow it now. Hey, it worked! That looks like a big toe, maybe? Well, I feel like the case solved already. What was next? We have to match the print, right? Right. Let's match it. Wait, the detective didn't give us a list of toe prints, Apollo. Oh, good point. Maybe we should ask her, get some expert advice. Guess so. I'm not sure she really qualifies as an expert. Okay, back we go. So maybe we... Yes, let's show her what we found with these sandals and slippers. Ah, the slippers. That's quite a clear print there. A toe print. Too bad we don't know whose toe it is. Well, there's a way of finding out, of course. There is? What? All you need is a sample of the same toe print off of another shoe, for instance. Oh, right. So if the prints match, you know the same person wore both. Do I have another shoe worn by the same person? Yes, we do. I think I just might, actually. I thought the print looked exactly like the one on the sandals. Really? Really? I'm beginning to suspect something here. Detective Sky, can you compare this sample with this other print? This pair of sandals, toe print and all? Oh, the print on these is nice and clear, too. That makes our job easy. Can you analyze it for us? Of course, hang on. Bingo! Gosh, I'm good. Hey, we were the ones who found the prints. A perfect match. The same person wore these, sandals and slippers. And it's Tiala. It's freaking Tiala. I was afraid of that. All you have to do is find out who these sandals belong to. Or do you already know? I can't say. Not yet. Well, that's one big step closer to the truth. Alrighty. I will say, the music in this game is really good so far. Ah, the prodigal attorney returns. Welcome, Apollo. I heard you did well in the trial today. Here to discuss something? I could use a little diversion. What did Detective Sky say? If you want to know something, you have to investigate it yourself. Mr. Wright, tell me what happened 7 years ago. Please. I want to know. I need to know. You certainly didn't waste any time. Getting to the point. Ah, we're finally learning, you guys. 7 years ago, I was standing in a courtroom on behalf of a client. The case involved the death of a certain magnificent genius. I'd be surprised if you hadn't heard about it. It was all over the news, I remember that. You were up against Prosecutor Gavin, weren't you? Yes. He was only 17 years old at the time. 17 years old? That's still high school. He took the bar exam abroad in Europe. They're progressive over there, you know. I was defeated by a 17-year-old newcomer. In my shame, I left the practice forever. That's all. That's all? How could that be all? What do you mean? What about what they were saying on the news about forged evidence? They said you forged evidence and had your attorney's badge stripped from you. Tell me, how does it feel? How does it feel to stand here before Phoenix Wright, the forging attorney himself? How does it feel? I don't want to believe it's true. But what about what happened in my first trial? Did you notice in today's trial, there was a single piece of forged evidence? We're talking about evidence that shouldn't have existed. A naughty magician's trick. I don't see you jumping to my defense on this one. Maybe I did forge evidence, maybe I didn't. It doesn't really matter now, does it? But I'm not an attorney anymore. That's the only truth you need to know. Mr. Wright. Looks like he doesn't want to talk about the accusations of forgery for now. Okay, so we haven't learned... I don't think we're going to learn fully until, like, last case in the game. We need to go and confront Walkie Kataki on this chart. See if he knew. Don't cry, Angel. Daddy's back, and Daddy's... Oh, you again? Do you always have to announce your entrances like that? Man, my old man, Man! Now I'm all in the fun, and it's all his fault. One can only assume that his father tried to teach him a lesson and failed clearly. You two got your work cut out for you straight up. Of course I don't care if they lock me up. I'm ready to go. He definitely conspired with Tiala. He's protecting her. Some days I wonder I do what I do. Come on, man. It's obvious he's protecting Tiala. Hey, man, you won't see me bugging about 1 or 2 guilty charges. What if you're found guilty of murder? Hey, it's all experience, you feel me, shorty? Like a badge of honor. They don't give the death penalty, do they? You didn't really do it, did you? Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. If I've learned one thing today, it's that silence speaks louder than words. Man, my old man is wet. Disappointed, that's what he is. I heard he wants to leave the mob. Over my dead body. I spent my life trying to keep it real, being an OG and never stepping down. Now my old man wants to go soft? Fine. Let him. Just leave me out of it. The day I get out of the clink, that's the day Alita and I start the next generation of the Kataki family. Please don't talk as though it's assumed you're going to jail. For my sake. Well, buddy. I got something to show you. Huh? What's that? Some kind of x-ray? Wait. That's right, Walkie. It's yours. Hey, look, I don't smoke or nothing. I'll live long, right? I don't think he gets it, Apollo. Take a closer look, here in particular. Where it says nurse. It's signed Alita Tiala. Huh? You lawyers do your homework. So, you met Miss Tiala when you... Yeah, I met her at the clinic. So? Could you tell us a bit about the circumstances of your meeting? Fine, I'll tell you. How we met if you want to know that bad. Good. Now we can finally get to the bottom of this. About half a year ago, I was shot throwing a little turf war with another family. I was ready to die, sure. But they came in and hauled me off to the docks. Maractus Clinic? That's where I met her, my fallen angel. You mean Alita Tiala? She was scared of me at first, turns out. But you know what they say, the bad guy always gets the ladies. Right. She was done with that clinic anyhow, so I was like, I'll take you on, woman. Straight gangsta style. Guess what she said? What did she say? Come on, give it some thought. She said it real quiet, like on the down low. Know what I'm saying? I'll leave. If you'll marry me. So, that was the proposal. You know it, an oath of love, right there in the hospital room. Just like that, the op was done and we were out of there. See you later, bye. I'm about that, OP. Yeah, it didn't go so well after all, did it? I know about the report, I know what's still in me. This health checkup was the boss's idea, you said? Yeah, can you imagine? What's the point of living healthy when you're a G? You know what I'm saying? But didn't you learn about the bullet at the checkup? Yeah, that's when I knew that doctor had to pay. Figured I could get that cap pulled after I got my revenge. Water a bit? And hey, I'm still living large now, aren't I? Incidentally, had you ever had a health checkup before? Nah, my old man suddenly gets this idea that we all gotta get checkups. Guess he's getting old. Older, I mean. Now, tell me about these, slippers here. Man, that is so far off the hook it's off the chain, G. Seems preoccupied with something else. Wonder how my elite is doing, man. I miss her. Oh, not this, oh. I don't know why I presented that. That makes no sense. Bucky, you don't happen to recognize these, do you? Hey, sure I do. I was the one who bought them for her. For Miss Tiala? Yeah, a birthday present. Oh, you just screwed up, man. Oh, that's it. That's it. She's got mad little feet. Mad. So cute, man. So these sandals are hers. Yeah, I kinda had a feeling. What's up with the funky vibes? Well, last thing I think that we need to do is we need to go to Eldune's place so he can, like, you know, decipher this chart for us. Mr. Eldune, we've been looking all over for you. What's the matter, Trucidal? Apollo, show him what we found. Nothing like expert advice. I suppose he is a doctor still. Mr. Eldune, is everything okay? I'm just so happy. I just thought my doctor days were gone for good. Mr. Eldune. So, Dr. Eldune, can you tell us about this chart, please? Mr. Eldune, could you take a look at this? A medical chart? Hey, you should go around taking these from clinics. Why the sudden silence, Mr. Eldune? What? What's going on here? That's what we want to know. That chart belongs to my client. He's on trial on suspicion of murder. On trial? That's crazy. You can't put him on trial. He's ABD. ABD? All but dead. He's knocking on the pearly gates, and someone's about to answer. Can you tell us why? It's not even his hair. It's a hat. Well, permit me to speak as a surgeon. You listen up good now, son. No way. It's like he's a completely different person. Listen here, son. Tell us what's going on, man. I want to know. Well, according to this chart, this walkie-talkie feller's not doing so well. He's got a bullet right upside his heart. That's right. Yeah, but this chart talks about the post-op. In other words, the operation is already finished. But you can still see that bullet stuck in there. Why would it still be in there after the operation to remove it? Well, about the only reason I could think of is it was too tricky to operate on. What? That bullet snug as a bug there next to the aorta, which is connected to the heart. Heck, that scrap of metal is just surrounded by blood vessels. Kind of a miracle. 2 millimeters to either side, and there'd be some serious bleeding going on in there. Not something your average doc would be eager to fiddle with. You mean... It took a miracle to get that bullet stuck where it is. It'd take more than a miracle to take it out. Take a magician. I'm only up to making rabbits disappear. I haven't learned bullets yet. Of course, with the heart pumping and lungs working, that bullet's on the move. I'd give it another half a year, tops. But Waki's operation was already half a year ago. That's why I'm saying you're out of time. This kid shouldn't be on trial. He should be on an operating table. Great. Just great. How could Dr. Maractus do such a terrible thing? How could he just leave that bullet in there? I got a pretty good idea of how he felt. An emergency operation, he's got the kid's chest open on the table. Then he finds the bullet. That's despair. That's despair right there. Trucidal. Cold despair. Despair? About the only thing he could do is sew the boy back up. Wasn't exactly in the situation to go admit it he couldn't take it out. The Katakis. You bet. This kid's their only son, I hear. So he skips the operation and Waki's back on the street living his life. Of course, it's only a matter of time before his heart hemorrhages and he drops cold. How awful. Which doctor would they take him to? Maractus. He's got enough ties to them, he could probably cover up the truth of what happened. That's just horrible. He left Waki to die. There's a darkness in this world, Trucidal. waiting, hungry. Compared to it, these gangs, turf wars are like kid games. When you're up against real evil, well, it don't matter if you're weak or strong. It'll take you all the same. You were a surgeon, right, Mr. Eldoon? You could operate on Waki, couldn't you? I wish. What? I'm afraid there ain't nobody in the country that could. Maybe not even in the world. So Waki... He's real lucky to be alive even now. No! There's one problem. Apollo? This chart. Look at the nurse section. Alita Tiala. That's right. This operation was how they met. Yeah, the problem is, she knew. She knew about Waki's condition. Guaranteed. Why didn't she ever tell him? Doesn't make sense. If she knew her patient was in serious danger, you'd think she'd want to get that second operation before getting engaged. What was she thinking? Apollo? What were you thinking, Alita Tiala? Oh boy. We're coming down to the wire here, you guys. Is she just using Waki? Was she using Waki, or... It's weird. I don't know what's going on. We'll learn. We'll learn. This is it. The big day. Did you get any sleep? Yeah, I went to bed at 1 a.m. or so. Oh, what time did you wake up? 3 a.m. That's only 2 hours, Apollo. But at least you have me. And the amazing Mr. Hat. Here's looking at you, kid. Good luck today, Apollo. Good luck today, Apollo. That voice. Hey, get any sleep? Mr. Wright. I was going out of my mind with boredom, so I signed myself out earlier today. Somehow that place makes fake piano playing at the Indoshine pasta joint seem almost fun. Daddy, do you know who Prosecutor Gavner's witness is today? Take a guess. How about Little Plum? That Sherman tank of a mom? Nope, guess again. That's too bad, you know. Speaking of moms, you need to find me a new mommy one of these days, Daddy. It's barely morning and you're at it already, Trucy. Okay, see, this is why I don't buy their father-daughter relationship. So, Mr. Wright, do you know who the prosecution's witness is? Alita Tiala, your client's fiancé. He's going to be a witness? But that seems odd. Why would she testify against her own fiancé? You have to wonder what Gavin's up to. Something's going down today, that much is clear. Well, not to worry, I've got my panties back. If we can't find a killer, I'll pull one out of there. I don't think that's how that works. Court is now in session for the trial of Waki Kitaki. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Prosecution is warmed up, and it's a sold-out house. Very well. To recap, while yesterday's witness seemed more guilty than any other party, guilty of panty snatching, we did find out one thing for certain. There were 3 people in the park at the time of the murder. The witness, the victim, and the defendant. Correct, Judge, and today I'd like to do something a little new age. I'd like to look at this horrible crime from the outside. The outside? The acquisition of the murder weapon, the preparation for the act. Our poor defendant told all, you see. To his betrothed. His betrothed? His fiancée, Judge, his partner for life, with no chance for parole. Very well, you may show them lucky lady to the stand. Your name and occupation, Fraulein. Alita Tiala, my occupation is future wife. Traditional values. I respect that. Oh ho ho. Just get back in the kitchen. Too many bribes days. Can't even weave baskets blindfolded underwater. Okay, I didn't know he was really going there. I was just making a joke. But apparently he was going there. Yet you're here today as a witness for the prosecution. To be honest, I didn't want to testify at first, but I couldn't hide the truth. Honesty, another admirable trait. Fraulein, is it true that on the day of the crime, that defendant Walkie-Talkie confessed his plans? His plans for murder? Yes. The witness will please give her testimony to the court. And we will get right into that testimony. Next time on Apollo Justice Ace Attorney. Okie dokie. So I'm glad my theory from the last episode was correct, because I was, the more this trial went on, I was like, it was Tiala, wasn't it? Because there wasn't anybody else who could have done it. Out of the characters could have done it. And once we learned that guy was a panty snatcher, he definitely didn't do it. He was a witness, and we can at least believe he was where he said he was. And all the evidence suggested that. So I knew at the end of the day it had to be Tiala. And especially when she figured out that she was the nurse, it would make sense why she would do it, because she would want to kill Maractus. I think she has her own personal, vendetta against him before Walkie's thing even happened. But I think she saw Walkie as a means to an end to get what she wanted. And that was to kill Maractus. But I will see you all next time to figure that out. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe to Brony Time for more content, especially more Apollo Justice Ace Attorney. Also, make sure to share this video far and wide on any socials you may have, so we can get more eyes on this wonderful game. I will see you all in the next video.